So like me, you may have wanted to walk into your job and tell your boss, I quit. But actually doing this in a responsible manner that will benefit your finances and set you up for the long haul is a little bit different than the burn the boat, on the whim quit story we've all come to love. My best friend David and I drew the line in the sand and said we had had enough. On June 1st, 2017, David and I walked into different employers and went up to our bosses and said, I quit. We gave our 2 weeks notice to run an SMMA full time. This wasn't a last minute or an emotional decision for us. We prepared for this day for months. So in this video, we're gonna break down some practical tips if you're also looking to say, I quit. The first thing you need to do is obviously start a business or have some kind of side hustle. For us, it was a social media marketing agency, but this can be any cash flow revenue source. I'll gloss over this part because we've covered this extensively in other videos, but you need to get some skills and some experience if you want to do this. We purchased a program that was available in the market at the time and studied it religiously. Just about everything that can be done has been done, and there's a mentor or somebody out there who's done it before that you can learn from. So if you want to change your situation, you need to start educating yourself. I don't care if it's the SMMA Blueprint, our course, or some other course creator. Do some research, find somebody who's already where you want to be, and pay them for knowledge and access. And really think of your job as more of an incubator for you to grow your business. Keep doing your job, do it well. You don't want to lose your job, but there's many times during your day where you're maybe just scrolling social media or checking the boxes where you could be educating yourself, learning some skills, and growing your business while you're working your 9 to 5. So once you have a little bit of knowledge, you start educating yourself on the side, the next thing you really need to focus on is how can I get experience in this industry? We went out and launched a free trial for a client and really used that to springboard our success from simply having a dream to a tangible revenue source. Right now, you're probably sitting on some good contacts in your current network that you may not even realize own a business. Chances are you're connected with somebody that owns a business, or you know somebody that knows somebody that owns a business. So explore your immediate contacts and see if there's any business owners that you can leverage for a free trial for your new venture. This is really going to be the foundation of your success. The next tip is you need to get smart with your finances. David and I became super frugal during this time period, and for good reason. We stopped taking trips, we canceled some subscriptions. If it wasn't essential, we were cutting it out. This also includes time wasters. We said no to a lot of things during this time period. If it wasn't growing our business, it was a no. So you're probably wondering at this point, how much money do you need to save to actually do this? So this really depends on your overhead and risk tolerance, but realistically, you need at least 3 to 6 months to float you minus the revenue coming into your agency. Look at what you're spending each month and what do you actually need to get by. So I'm talking rent, food, gas, health insurance. Many times, if your current employer is actually paying for your health insurance or a large portion of it, you can continue on that same plan and just pay the premium outright. That's what I did for at least the first year or two when I quit my job. And this whole health insurance thing was a huge limiting belief for me. I really thought there was no way I could afford my own health insurance. Employers will always tell you how great of a benefit is and how much money you're saving, but the reality is, depending on your income, in the US, you can get health insurance plans for a few $100 a month. And if you're not in the United States, this might be just covered for free and you can skip ahead to the rest of this video. So if this is the only thing that's standing in your way to starting a business, and these are things that I would tell myself, it's not that big of a deal. A few $100 a month was actually a huge deal for me back then. And I really thought, hey, I can't do this because I can't afford health insurance. You gotta look into it. Once you look into it and see what the actual numbers are, it becomes much more manageable and realistic. And all those fears and doubts and worries you had just dissolve, because the trade-off of paying a few $100 a month for health insurance or working for somebody else your entire life, I'll take the few $100 a month for health insurance. So once you start educating yourself, getting some experience, and you've got a financial number and savings goal, the next thing you really need to focus on is, when are you gonna quit? Set an actual date for yourself. If you wanna make this a reality, you need to make it real. So this is exactly what we did. It was around January, and David and I said, okay, by June 1st, we will walk in and quit our jobs. Now, what do we need to do between now and then to make it happen? And I truly believe if we didn't set a hard date, we wouldn't have had the urgency or motivation to really pull this off. By taking these steps, we were able to not only quit our jobs, but fuel the lifestyle that both of us live today. We're both from Minnesota, very cold winters. So due to running this business, David, my business partner, was able to move to Arizona in a nice, warm, sunny state with his fiance, his 2 dogs. He's bought a home down there, and they're always going on these amazing trips and adventures. I was able to move to this awesome town in the mountains, get engaged, get married, and we also take a lot of adventure trips. And these are things that I just dreamed about and would watch on YouTube when I was cooped up in a small apartment back in Minneapolis. So this business has truly not only allowed us to quit our jobs, but really fuel the lifestyle that we live today. I know your entire life you've been taught to be a good kid, a good student, a good employee, and you've been indoctrinated into that role, but I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be that way. And there's never been a better time to create your own wealth. It's never been easier or more inexpensive to run a cash flow business online today. So I hope this gives you some inspiration, gives you some actual ideas that you can use and goals that you can set to quit your job and maybe start your own business as well. Life is really short, and I said this the day that I quit. We documented it on our 3rd or 4th video. Life is short. You spend 8 to 10 hours a day, every day, working at this job. And if you hate your job, you hate your life. And those words still ring true to me today and make me grateful for what we've built. So start taking some small steps. Your future self will thank you. And if you're looking for some actionable steps on how to actually get your first client, that one client that will change everything, check out this video here where I break down that exact process. I'll see you over there.